Well, we're a far cry from Ananda Country Base, which is situated in the Kyalami area. We've come out to Emperor's Palace to meet Mr. James Leva, who's the technical delegate from Sydney, Australia. He came out to represent the FEI at the recent event that took place at Ananda Country Base. There was Group A, there was Group B, and there was Group C, all very different. And that's exactly what we're going to talk to him about today, to find out exactly how important it is to be affiliated and part and parcel of the FEI organisation.
To me, it's an organisation that wants to drive eventing, wants to drive equestrian sports, not just eventing, but all equestrian sports, but having in mind the welfare of the horse and keeping the spirit of the game alive. So it is a huge organisation with a very important part to play in equestrian sports globally.
Well, I'm so pleased that you mentioned the welfare of the horse, because that, after all, is really what it's all about. And we do this beautiful sport because we have to take into cognizance the fact that a horse is a very gracious creature that allows us to get on his back and teach us a whole lot of stuff willingly.
Totally. And over the years now, we've seen more and more improvements into looking after our horses. We've seen lately with the nose bands and managing that. So the FEI is not sitting on their hands. They're always active, proactive in managing and keeping the welfare of their horses first and foremost.
The venue itself, obviously it was an event with a difference, participating on the polo field, which was fantastic going. And, a manageable bit for people who are not seasoned eventers, 8 cross-country jumps, 8 jumps that are normal show jumping jumps, and a dressage which is pretty normal.
Yeah, I think the format of the Category C was fantastic. It's giving everybody an opportunity to try out eventing in a safe, not a very time-consuming way. So having the combination of show jumps and cross-country fences, and also a pretty simple dressage test, really puts it in the reach of anybody who does some show jumping and a little bit of eventing.
And I guess probably more than anything else, very spectator-friendly.
It sure was. I mean, having everything in one arena, they had a bit of everything in that arena. And so, yeah, it was a very, very spectator-friendly competition.
I would have to say that probably your most seasoned and well-known competitor came from Australia, now competing in America, Boyd Martin, a great character, a great sportsman, and a great ambassador for the sport.
Sure is. We were sad to see him move to the States and change teams, but an outstanding athlete, an outstanding horseman.
Okay, they're just touching very briefly on Category A and Category B, a shortened format, but still spectator-friendly, and also enough tests to make people realise that they had stepped up a couple of divisions.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think having such a short format made it within the reach of people who hadn't done a lot of eventing and wanted to push their boundaries a little bit. Really great track that Liam built, fantastic fences, and the going was great, and really well dressed and really well presented. So it was a really good, 2 really good tracks that he built.
Look, on the subject of Liam, he's had very, very good grounding from Tim Payne, who's been there a lifetime. And I think ICB have got a lot to be proud of in terms of the way in which their staff put their shoulder to the wheel and deliver a first-class product.
I couldn't agree more with you. I was there for 5 days. I never saw him stop once. So if he wasn't working, if he wasn't building tracks, he was exercising horses, riding his own horses. I was lucky enough to meet him in 2022, and to see a 24-year-old guy progressing the way he is and looking after ICB and building great tracks and learning how to build fences and really interested in developing the sport here in South Africa. Yeah, great guy.
Right, we're at the end of the year. It's almost November. What's on the cards for yourself and your wife for the rest of this very, very long year?
Well, I've got a busy 3 weeks coming up. We arrive back home in Sydney on Wednesday. I fly to New Zealand to do a 4-star in Christchurch. The week later, I'm flying up to Taupo to do a 4-star in Taupo. And then the week later, I'll be in Perth, Western Australia. So a really busy time for me, and I'll be looking forward to having a rest in Christmas.
Meanwhile, at the water jump, we've got action. Shane Rourke. Whoops. Well done. Well done. Beautiful. Well done. Good man.